So Michael Knowles is a guy. He exists. I've done a few videos on him. There's a video I did where I went over him covering the political compass quiz, where he paused for like 20 seconds after the question, "Are some races better than others?" popped up. It wasn't "Are some races better than?" It was something like that though. Michael Knowles has a lot of very interesting positions. The video that he did on Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, that one was pretty good. He's a wacky guy, you know. He's a wacky guy. Anyway, I saw the thumbnail to this. You've probably seen the viral video that's being responded to here. It's this one. It's this cringy 14-year-old making a video on being pansexual, right? On TikTok, you know? Some of you have probably seen it. I've seen it. Anyway, shut up, Michael. Anyway, Michael's making a video on this, and I have to say, does anyone else think it's a little bit weird that a guy with a professional studio and a show called The Michael Knowles Show, who's funded by, like, political organizations, is doing content where he live reacts to, like, teenagers on TikTok? I think it's okay for me to do that because my studio is a modified bedroom and nobody pays me but you, and I don't wear a suit to my job. You know? I am wearing a t-shirt of that that is mine. I sell this t-shirt. It's mine. So we're not really dealing with a high degree of formality at the moment. Oh yeah, by the way, more of these shirts coming at the end of today that you can buy in just 1 hour and 38 minutes. Woo. 42 minutes. To be fair, late night liberal hosts do the same. True, but late night liberal hosts seem to do it mostly for comedy. And Michael probably is going to do this to further some silly far-right talking point, right? It's a 4-minute video. We can just go into it. Let's find out. Michael, how are you doing?
There is now a battle brewing on the sexual revolutionary left between the bisexuals and the pansexuals. What is a pansexual? Being Italian, I've often considered myself a pansexual. You get some nice fatty meats frying up in there. Oh man, that gets my motor running, baby.
You can make fun of him if you want, but I'm smiling. You can make fun of it if you want. I hear the pansexual joke all the time from you guys, so you don't get to say one joke to him. You guys make the pansexual joke at me.
Very few know. That's not what it's not sexual attraction to pans and the delicious foods in them. It is...
He had to clarify for
sexual attraction, I guess, to just everything, or the sexual identity involving just everything. It's very vague. And this...
Well, it's not really vague. It's just all-encompassing. So for those of you who don't know, actually, I'm going to preempt all this discourse, okay? So I'm a pansexual guy, which means I'm better than you, and I'll explain everything. So, basically, pansexuality just means that your attraction to people doesn't factor in their gender. It doesn't mean that you're attracted to everyone on Earth, because you might still have preferences for how people look, but whether or not a person is like a man or a woman or non-binary, it's not meaningful to you. And I think bisexual basically means the same thing. Because there are some people who say that bisexual means you only like men and women, but not non-binary people, and I don't really think that's true. I've met plenty of people who call themselves bisexual. I really think, this is just my opinion, I really think that pansexual is just a slightly more semantically correct term for bisexual. Like, before, people who liked pretty much everyone called themselves bisexual, and then somebody was like, but there aren't just two genders, because bi means two, so it would be pansexual. And then people started calling themselves pansexual, and sometimes pansexuals and bisexuals argue, and honest to God, I don't get it. We're all okay, right? We're all okay. This probably isn't a war that needs to be fought. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe in some contexts there are differences, but I think it's okay for us to just let this one be and just all get along, okay? So anyway, that's my take on the issue. I'm sure there's some gender scholar in my chat with a 80-page dissertation on the technical differences between the term, but that's my impression of the whole thing.
Is offensive to bisexual people who actually believe that there is a gender dichotomy, right? There is men and women, and those are the two things. There's not more than two things. So a brilliant sexual philosopher and girl with green hair and tattoos and piercings and things.
Hold on, we do not know that this person is a girl, okay? They're wearing a non-binary uniform as far as I'm concerned.
And apparently a paperclip through her nose. Came out and explained this issue.
Guess what? My patience has run out. Pansexuality is not inherently biphobic.
Let's break this down. We'll break down what they're saying as well. Pansexuality is not inherently biphobic. Wait, actually, first of all, I'll flex my boomer creds. This person looks ridiculous. What is this eye makeup? I'm sorry. What is the safety pin through the nose thing? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm socially conservative now. Whatever. Whatever. Mismatched earring. Yeah, okay. If people like it, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay? That's totally fine. It's totally fine. We're not arguing about this. They look great, and I'm proud of them. Okay? Okay.
They are both valid sexualities. Both of them. And while, yes, I have seen pansexual people use that label for questionable reasons.
How would you use the label pansexual for questionable reasons? I'm not sure what that means. This is just punching down. We can find cringe conservatives on TikTok too. You realize my entire channel is me making fun of cringe conservatives, right? I'm not even making fun of this person here. I'm here to make fun of Michael Knowles. Come on, don't get too defensive just because we have a TikTok teen up here, all right? You know this channel is very much committed to progressive values, okay?
They pretty quickly get it once you explain things to them. They do. And not only that, but do you know who likes to use specific or micro labels? Neurodivergent people. Sometimes we just have to do whatever we can to feel safe and comfortable. And using a more specific label can be our outlet for that.
Okay, I take it back. I do think this is cringe, and nothing that any of you do or say can take that feeling away from me, okay?
If you took all that energy you spend calling people biphobic and saying they're performing bi erasure and just educated them, there would be less biphobia. There would be less bi erasure. Because you've explained it, and people will know the difference. I've had it with you guys. Jesus.
First of all, do not invoke the Lord's name. Second of all, here's an important reminder, because I know a lot of people who watch. Is there like a ghostly human flesh face in the background, like the left and the right? Are these eye sockets? What am I looking at right now? Wait, is this like Yumi Nikki? Is this like Dream Diary? What is that? That's really spooky, and I didn't notice it. It's their face blown up. This is cursed. Okay, I don't like it, and I'm gonna go back to the card. There we go. Back to the swipe zoom position. Okay. So anyway, so this TikTok person has committed a cardinal sin, okay? What their cardinal sin is, first and foremost, it's not being cringe, it's being terminally online. That conversation, that video, seems like it was like a 70 layers deep of an initial comment. You know what I mean? It feels to me like you have to be in so deep on a Discord, on a particular part of discourse to understand what's going on there. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know or care about anything that person was saying at all. And it's probably not really relevant to any of our lives. And I wish them all the best. All right. It's not just for you, it's for people in the discourse. I do not care if you're in the discourse. I'm sorry. I am an adult now. I will not pretend to care about the hyper nuances of all of the infinitesimally granular bits of progressive discourse that exist all over the internet, okay? But I'm wishing them their best.
Okay, I've only got a couple minutes here.
Isn't this anti-intellectual? No, please, please, please touch grass. I love you all so much. I love you guys. Let's focus on Michael Knowles. Huh? Look, it's a conservative. Huh? Let's focus on that. Conservative, yeah? Huh?
And I've got to process that and try to explain it.
Me too.
She's obviously wrong about everything here. But I think what she's trying to say is that the pansexual people and the bisexual people have totally different views of the world. They're completely incompatible and contradictory. But actually,
I don't think they said or implied that. I'm not sure where he's getting that from. But to be honest, I didn't fully understand what they were saying either, but I don't think it was that.
That's not a problem because we're going to tolerate all of these things. And we're going to add another complication here that neurodivergent people, which is, I believe it's a euphemism for people with autism.
I thought he was going to say the R slur. So, Tempest, if I say it, I don't need to say it. You can blur it out. Okay, I thought he was going to say, I think it's a euphemism for like being retarded, you know? Tempest, you have to blur that for the monetization, okay? Thank you. Well, kind of, Michael. Just a little bit. No.
I could be wrong, but it refers to people who have sort of quirky ways of seeing the world. I believe that's what it means. So they actually prefer the specificity. So you got to be tolerant of that too. And if we just have education, then we'll all understand. But the problem.
So wait, hold on really quick. I like how Michael Knowles is trying so hard to fit this into this box, okay? I want you to pay really, really close attention to the language used here because it's very deliberate, all right? So he just watched some insanely always online BS from TikTok. No regular adult with a regular life, with a job, should be able to look at that TikTok and go like, oh yeah, this is extremely relevant to me right now. I mean, maybe some, but like, he's working right now to fit this into a box to try to promote an agenda. So listen to the language he uses.
The specificity, so you got to be tolerant of that too. And if we just have education, then we'll all understand. But
if we just have education, now we'll all understand. So I'm pretty sure the TikTok was only referring to like the sub-micro groups, like the bisexual, pansexual community and the relationship they had. But Michael Knowles is trying to push this like it's the new woke agenda that all of the regular straighties are going to have to learn if they don't want to be gulagged by the trans police.
The problem is you can't.
That's the impression.
Education is not going to solve this problem of incompatible visions. Right, the law of non-contradiction. You can't simultaneously hold views coherently.
That was an extremely inappropriate use of the term the law of non-contradiction.
That contradict one another. So it doesn't solve the problem, but she's very exasperated. I mean, frankly, there's no difference between what this girl is doing and what John Oliver does or what Jon Stewart did, right?
Bring it back to a more relevant figure. We have to generalize and extrapolate this to a culturally relevant figure so I don't spend the entire segment talking about a single TikTok video from a teenager.
They would say some stupid liberal talking point, but then they would just scream an expletive.
That's what you're drawing from this, Michael? Wait, that's the parallel you're drawing? Saying a talking point and then using an expletive? Is that really what? Ah, yes, I see. The Ben Shapiro's most recent novel is very similar to the Red Book by Mao Zedong. As you can see, once you translate the Chinese to English, they both use articles in the sentences. You conjugate the verbs. See here? Is that really the similarity that you're drawing upon right now? Is that what you noticed when you saw the TikTok? Everyone on TikTok makes a point and then swears. That's everyone online.
It's
Oh wait, I actually think that the Chinese language neither conjugates nor has articles, so that might have been a really bad example.
We need to radically redefine marriage or whatever. The babies aren't babies, and it's the current year. And then they would just scream like, "F!" Come on, what the F or whatever, and that was supposed to substitute for an argument.
Wait, is that really the whole thing?
In the spirit of Pride Month, I want you to know, I am really proud. I know pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. I am proud, though.
Shut up, Michael.
Of this YouTube channel and all you people who have subscribed.
Is that seriously it? This video is bad because they said something and then they swore? Is that... I'm scrambling to make a point off of this.
Or whatever. Babies aren't babies. And expletive. It's a, we need to radically redefine marriage or whatever.
Radically redefine marriage.
Or whatever. Babies aren't babies.
Babies aren't babies. Hey, this is just a hint for any conservatives who watch me. I'm glad you like my content, but I just want you to know something. Now, it is true that Michael Knowles is, well, he's not playing with a full deck of cards, and for that reason, this might be as much for his sake as for other people's sake, but when conservatives boil down their opposition's arguments down to absurdly simplistic, tautologically incorrect statements, the reason they're doing that is because they think you're very stupid. So when a conservative says, the trans cabal's argument that women aren't women and men aren't men, or that men can be women, when they do that, when they reduce the argument down to something that is tautologically incorrect, this is what's known as a straw man fallacy. But moreover, it's a really simple one. They rely on you being stupid to not pick up on it. A lot of people do this. Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, very common, popular conservative figures. If they make arguments like that, they're handing you like a sippy bottle and some like milk in a bottle with like the little sucky nipple cap. They're giving you a binky. They're changing your diaper. They're just assuming you're really easy to manipulate, okay? They might as well look you in the eyes and say, yeah, the left is bad because they think bad things are good and good things are bad. And then you and then you spend $90 for a Steven Crowder mug or something, And you'll do it too, won't you? You little cuck.